Copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is a paid advertisement for The Magic Bullet, brought to you by Homeland Housewares.
Mike Wallace in the 7 drives down underneath the 22 car right here, making it 3 wide. These guys are 3 wide.
Contact up against the wall, the 42 car. Kevin Hamlin, it has some damage. There's the debris on the racetrack, and that will indeed bring out yellow for the first time today.
He's made some pretty hard contact with the right side, knocked the whole rear.
Finally blows. Let's take a look here. Kevin Hamlin's on top of the racetrack all by himself. Oh, car gets loose. He tries to gather it up and in the wall. And Andy, I believe that's just a case of low tire pressure and not enough grip in the tires. And unfortunately, Kevin just lost that car and got in the wall.
And then he's trying to get the car back to the pits, and you can see he's got a lot of damage. He's got a tire going down, spins the car back around here.
Starts fishtailing back and forth, and he loses control of it because the right rear tire's flat. So,
Back at Michigan Speedway here under caution for the second time today, coming out of lap 24 just a moment ago, and our points leader involved, the 60 car.
He slides up right in front of Reed Sorensen in the 41 and gets a tap from behind.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure Reed Soren could have done anything about that. The 60 car, Carl Edwards, is going backwards. The car has not been handling well at all. He's even had
Ford's peel off a moment ago, and Biffle's car got loose when the 17 was behind him. Now the 17 car gets a bit of a push from the 10. And the 33 car of Tony Stewart, who had just dodged the bullet a moment ago in that pit stop with a vibration in the right front, now spins it around and brings out caution for the third time today.
He just basically loses it up there in that upper groove. I don't know if he got into maybe some loose stuff up there. Boy, he's really lucky that 12 car Sam Hornish didn't make contact.
Yeah, it's pretty unusual for a driver like Tony Stewart, as good as he is, to get that car out from underneath him off.
I'm going to say just make up for it. Drive it harder.
Drive it hard. Dave, you got more?
Well, here's part of the issue for Todd right now, Rusty. He thinks he may have worn out that right front tire. Now, would that slow you down a little bit from pushing it too hard at the end?
Well, I'd say it slowed me down a lot, because right here in Michigan, Dave, you want a lot of grip. And he's working the bottom of the racetrack like he's trying to get some more grip. If he's got a tire that's worn out on the right front, you don't want to use the top, because if you start sliding, there's no more room to slide. The next thing that's going to happen, you're going to hit the wall. So Todd's been working the bottom. Menard's working the top because of that horsepower loss. So these two are really battling out right now with 8 laps to go.
And this is the only car we heard that Todd Bodine has in this team, so they don't want to tear it up. They've got a good top 10 spot here. They don't need to really make a mistake here and tear this car up.
Todd Bodine has a great history at this racetrack. He won the very first NASCAR Busch Series race run here in 1992 when Jeff Gordon sat on the pole, so he had to outrun Gordon in 2 others that day. So he understands this racetrack, but is trying to get it done here in the final 8 laps.
Looking at the speeds on the board, this 29 car right now is running the fastest laps. The only problem is he's got a lot of distance between him and Denny Hamlin up in the lead. But he is running 6, and his car is the best it's been all day.
You know, if he come in with a goal. His goal is to win the race, obviously, Jerry, but his second goal is to get in the lead in that owner's point standings. And from what's looking right now, it looks like he's going to pass Carl Edwards today and move into the lead for Richard Childress Racing in his owner's point standings.
And Carl Edwards just moved into the top 30. He's 29th on the racetrack. And just 7 laps to go, not likely he's going to gain many more spots. So this is probably going to be a swing in the Owners' Championship.
Again, there's a driver's points title in which Carl Edwards holds a fairly commanding lead. Then there's an Owners' Championship, and it was a 41-point differential between Roush Fenway for Edwards and Childress for the 29 car. And apparently, if the finish holds right now, the 29 car gets a top 6 finish, that will change, and the RCR guys will go atop the Owners' standings.
You guys, right now, Mark Martin in the 5 car. He's got that car driving really good, handling well, but he's just too far back from the leaders right now to get the job done. Looks like he might be able to get the 16 car of Biffle.
That's what I was going to say. It's not too late to get this next spot. And you know Mark Martin, he is going to race for every single spot till the checkered flag falls. He is still looking. He's just looking at the back bumper of the 16, trying to get him.
Well, Andy, that last lap, Greg Biffle ran a 41.46, and Mark Martin ran a 41.27, so he's picking him up 2/10 a lap. And with 6 to go, he's got enough time to catch him.
Yeah, these are former teammates that really like to race hard. Both of them race extremely hard. And we're talking about Mark Martin. I can't remember ever seeing Mark Martin really out of the top 5 in a Busch race.
7 top 5 finishes for Mark Martin in 9 starts here. He is always in the top 5 at Michigan, and twice he's won this race.
Here he goes. He's looking at that back bumper, that 16. He's wanting to get this spot.
Now I want to take a look at him as he comes down the back straightaway like we're watching now, getting into turn 3, because that's a big momentum corner. And if Mark's going to make the pass, if he can make that thing stick in the bottom, he can probably clear him up off of turn 4 if he gets enough run on him. Now Biffle goes down and sees this move and blocks him off. And he takes his aerodynamics away from him, so Mark's car starts losing the front end.
Yeah, you see him almost catch the wall right there. Just like you said, Rusty, he got into that slipstream with that 16, lost that downforce, and that car just slid all the way up the racetrack, almost tagged the wall.
A lot of times the spotters will do a good job telling you what he's doing out there, what he's doing, if he's going high or low. Now the driver can actually see that, but these spotters are talking back to their crew chiefs. Dave?
About 10 laps ago, Mark asked if he was good on fuel. The radio communication back was, "You are fine." Mark said, "All right, I'll go get him." And he's made up about 25 car lengths on Greg Biffle.
Well, he's caught him, but he's just not able to get quite past him or even beside of him. It's one thing to catch him. It's another thing to pass Greg Biffle. Mark Martin's got 3 laps to get it done.
Mark got down that clean air on the bottom side of the racetrack, Jerry. 27 slow. Ward Burton looks like he's going to make it back.
Might have been a fuel situation. They were rolling the dice as well. Back to this battle here between the 16 and the 5 car for 4th place.
Now, a lot of people might wonder, why do they try to make the pass in the bottom? They can't get it done like he's getting it done now.
Looked like Greg Biffle in the 16 car had to get out of the throttle just a little bit off of turn 2. And that may be just what Mark Martin needs.
The 29 car, you see him coming into your screen right side. That is Jeff Burton. Whoa, 16 on the outside, hangs on to the race car. 2 laps to go. These cars running 5th, 6th, and 7th.
That's exactly what Jeff Burton wanted to see happen. Those guys got side by side. Let him catch back up on him right now. But Mark Martin now, he's got that clean air, guys. He's going to drive away from that 16 car, and Mark's in 4th right now.
But, Andy, Jeff Burton is coming in a hurry. He only has a couple laps, but that 29 car is a rocket.
He's had a fast car these last 10 or 15 laps, but it's just too much distance between him and this 20 car and Denny Hamlin. He's taking the white flag.
1 to go right now. Denny Hamlin's outrun the field by 2/10 a lap, that last one, and he has clearly had the best car throughout the day, guys. He's worked the top side, he's worked the bottom side, and Jerry, this guy has got it going on right now.
Straight out again, sir.
This 5 car may be out of fuel.
They
Looks like
ran it too close. Mark Martin in the 5 car got all the way to the 4th spot, and with 1 lap to go, a half a lap to go, they're out of fuel. Here comes Burton trying to take the spot away from his former teammate, Greg Biffle. That is the 4th position. The leader, the car number 20, Denny Hamlin, takes the checkered flag, his 2nd win in 2007.
Here comes Jeff Burton. He's going to clear Greg Biffle off turn 4.
Away, man, away, bring it home.
Let's talk about driving it hard now. Jeff gave it everything he had. He picked up another position, and he's thinking about those point standings, and boy, he did a great job today passing Carl Edwards and bringing that in the front. And what about Brian Vickers' 6th place from dead last, guys?
Toyotas are 6 and 8 with Vickers and Bodine. There's the guy, Denny Hamlin. Great effort for Hamlin, who led 4 times for 69 laps. It'll be the 3rd time this year he's gone to victory lane, but only the 2nd time he'll get credit for. Remember, he drove for Eric Almirola, at Milwaukee. Let's check in where Dave is caught up with their crew chief.
That's right, and Denny was...
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is a paid advertisement for The Magic Bullet, brought to you by Homeland Housewares.